Hi everybody, Game Cooker US Rocks VR here. I don't know why this is so blurry. Doesn't make any sense to me. Shouldn't be blurry at all. Anyway, I got something in the mail from EVGA, so I just wanted to do my unboxing of this and just talk a little bit about it, I guess. So basically, I had acquired a GTX 1060 from EVGA, I don't know, about 2 months ago, I guess, or somewhere around there. And anyway, even though I do like the GTX 1060 a lot, I have that in my gaming laptop, and it works out just fine. I can play VR and everything. So, but what I was using it for was some calculation stuff and all that. So it wasn't really working the way working out the way I wanted it to. Great card, but just wasn't powerful enough for what I wanted to do. So I was figuring I was stuck with a card that I really didn't need or could use, so to speak. And then I was on the EVGA site and I saw that they had a thing called a step-up program, which I think I vaguely heard about it, but I didn't really look into it, so I didn't really know what it was about. But apparently, if you buy an EVGA card, you can basically step up to a higher level card. So I just want to kind of explain that a little bit. I'm not going to go into all the details about the program. If you want to know more about it, then what I'm telling you, you can go on evga.com and read up on their step-up program. So basically what it is like if you have a card that you bought from them, I think there's a time limit when you need to start the step-up. I think it's 90 days. Within 90 days, you have to start a step-up program to go to another card. But just check the site just to verify that. I'm kind of just hurrying up here to do a video because I have some time right now. So that's my problem, time. I don't know when I can or can't get online. So basically, like for instance, I bought the GTX 1060 card. I found out it just wasn't working out for me. It wasn't really what I needed or wanted. Wasn't doing the jobs that I wanted to do. It was doing the jobs, but it just wasn't doing them as well as, say, my GTX 1070 or 1080 or 2080 Ti, obviously, because they're all better cards. So I just wanted to kind of get at least performance that was on par with, say, a 1070 or 1080 or whatever, something along those lines. I thought the GTX 1060 was going to work, but it just didn't. So let's say you're in a scenario where you bought a card from EVGA and, it just wasn't working out as far as doing the tasks you wanted. Or let's just say you only have so much money right now to work with and you really need to upgrade your computer for some reason. But you know down the road you're going to have some money. Like say 2 or 3 months from now, you're going to get your bonus from your job. You're going to get your tax return, blah, blah, blah. You can kind of plan ahead using the step-up program. Hey, Paper Clown, how's it going, buddy? So you can kind of forward think when you're using the step-up program to say, oh, I can get a card now and upgrade now, and then when I get more money coming in, I can upgrade even further. There's just some things that you have to think about when you're doing that. Number one, when you buy a card from EVGA, I recommend that you get one that has free shipping. Otherwise, you're going to be paying for shipping to receive your card that you bought. And then when you send it back, you're going to have to pay shipping again. So that's 2 times you're going to be paying for shipping. So you got to kind of put that into your cost factor there. And when I sent my card back to California, and I really didn't send it I sent it in its original box, which I don't recommend you do, but I did just because it was costing me like over 25, I think $26 to send it back to EVGA. So yeah, so it can kind of add up, you know, shipping here, shipping there, that could add up to $50 right there. So not exactly the best scenario. So if you're going to do the step-up program, make sure that it's something that you need. You know, or you're just not going to care about paying the extra shipping costs. It's fairly simple, though. You just go into your My EVGA after you sign up, and you go into your product. You click on your card that you have now, like my GTX 1060, and you say you want to step up. So you step up. Now you only have the other thing about the step up program is you can't step up to any card that you want. You can only step up to the cards that they give you options to step up to. So that's another kind of downfall. Like for instance, I got this new card here, but it really wasn't the one that I really wanted. It's still, you know, it's still the same class of card, but it just wasn't the exact one that I wanted. So again, if you do the step-up program, you're not going to have choice of any card. You can only pick from the cards that they allow you to step up to. So that's the other negative part there. The good thing about the step-up program is that, number one, if you do choose to step up to a higher card, they will give you whatever you paid for your original card. I think minus the shipping, you can put that towards the new card. Okay, so that's basically what that means. You're basically trading your card back in for the cost that you paid for it. And then they're going to apply that amount to the card that you're stepping up to. So, you know, at least, you know, you don't have to fork out more money. They're basically buying their card back. So that's a pretty good deal if you need to get rid of your card and get a better card. So that's in a nutshell how the step-up program works. So, you know, I hope that you can hear me because I had my mic shut off and I just turned it back on. So that kind of sucks. I think that's all about the step-up program. So EVGA does have a step-up program. So if you want to upgrade to a better card, within a certain time frame of purchasing, you know, your present card, you have that option. So in my case, it was a little more money I'm putting out because of the double shipping I was paying, because I did pay for shipping for my card to get sent to me originally. So definitely look for those cards that offer free shipping, you know, or just wait until EVGA has a sale where there's free shipping. All right. Anyway, so here's the unboxing. So what I stepped up to was the EVGA 2070 Black Edition. I don't know the model number yet. It's I don't really remember the model number, but anyway, it's the Black Edition. So here we go. Without further ado, so if you didn't see the other video where I was showing you my RTX 2080 Ti, you can look at that. But that's from Asus. My son, I also showed my son's card. He bought an EVGA 2080 Ti. So you can look at that and see the difference in the way that they look. And I'm probably sure that they're not going to look much different. So let's see here. So I stepped up to an RTX 2070 XC Black Edition. Model number 08G P42071KR from a GTX 1060 SSC Gaming. Now that 1060 that I had actually was a pretty darn good card. I had that thing clocked up to, I don't know, it was close to 2000, man. I was pretty like, what? So it was at 1950, I think. I had that thing clocked up at, and it was stable. It didn't crash at all. I was really surprised at that. So that's pretty amazing if you think about it. The base clock, though, was pretty high. The GPU base clock was pretty high to begin with, but it wasn't. It was like 1700 and something. And I think I clocked it up at least 200 megahertz, if not more. So they give you a little thing that shows your step up. So here's the box that it comes in. It looks similar to the RTX 2080 Ti. Comes in a nice plastic box. Why is it backwards? That's weird. I wonder if it looks backwards to you guys. I don't understand why it's backwards. This is the first time I'm doing a stream like this through YouTube, and it's got it backwards. Huh. Well, anyway, that does say EVGA. Why it looks on my screen AGVE, I don't know. That's very confusing though, huh? I gotta figure out what happened there. Maybe in the settings I have it flipped somehow, because my camera is not upside down. No. Well, anyway, you'll still get an idea of what it looks like, even if it's backwards. So, you know, it comes in a nice box, you know, pretty decent box. RTX 2070. Was very strange indeed. So you get an installation guide. Comes in a nice little package here. They really pack these things, man. I always save these boxes in case I have to pack like an older video card or something. And obviously, since I have a 1080 in my other computer over here, I'm probably going to take that out and put the 2070 in that computer. And then I can run some benchmarks on it. And I believe that I can get a free copy of Battlefield 5 with this as well. So I know how everybody loves Battlefield. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So basically, they all have that see-through, transparent kind of look. It's got a nice metal back plate there. Well, it's not really a back plate, but the back of the card. You know, a lot of little. It's certainly a lot of little chips and stuff. I wish it did come with some kind of a back plate. That would have been nice. So let me take off this plastic here, if I can, so we can get a better look at it. We can get a better look at the card. Again, this is a 2070, so it's not as you know, it's nice and shiny there. You can't really see it too well with this video. I don't know why. Let me get my phone. Hey, Chris. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can really see better if I shine a light through the back of it here, but I don't know if you can really see if that is transparent or not. No, you can't really tell. I don't think there's any RGB lighting with this one. That's actually the one that I wanted was the RGB lighting one. So, yeah, you can't really. And you can see it's not as thick as the 2080 Ti, obviously. It's kind of like a, I mean, I guess it's kind of a dual slot, but it looks more like a 1.5. Pretty much as big as my 1080 for the most part. My 1080's got 3 fans on it. I wish you could read that. I don't know why. Is it backwards? Does this look backwards to you guys? Because on my computer, everything's backwards. It's even got the little, what do you call it? The EVGA here, which is kind of cool. It's got, it has 3 component, 1 USB 3 and 1 HDMI. As you can see. So there, so that's it really. Should I go ahead and put it in the computer? Let me see. Let me see if I can put it in the computer, maybe. I don't have my, oh, I do, actually. I have. Put a little more light in here. I don't know if that's really helping or not, but. I can't see the whole chat for some reason. Oh, I know why. There we go, because I have it zoomed. Yeah. That's funny. A new car smell, Chris. So this is my previous gaming computer before this one that I built now. It's the 7820X. It's water cooled as well with the Corsair cooler. 7820X 8 core. I mean, I would rather test it in my 9900K, but you know, I don't feel like taking out the where's my screwdriver? I moved my screwdriver. Yeah, I don't feel like taking out my my 2080 Ti because everything's running good. I don't want to disturb that system. Sorry. Be right back. All right, I'm back. See if I got my screwdriver in here. If not, I don't know what I did with it. Oh well. Misplaced it, obviously. Anyway. So I'll show you my 1080 real quick so you can see the size difference. I mean, it's essentially the same size, sort of. This one's actually might be a little longer. Come on. So this is my Asus Strix 1080 card, and you can see it's about the same width. So the 2070 is actually shorter. See? And you know, essentially they're the same width. And this one's faster than the 1080. So you can actually clock this up to almost a 1080 Ti. I don't know about this particular model, but people have clocked up these 2070s to 1080 Ti. So basically, we'll put this in here. I think I got everything out. Yeah. Oh yeah, it takes the same connectors too, 1.8 and 1.6. So it's the same as the 1080, essentially. So it took them. It took about 4 days to get to California from my GTX 1060 to get to California, and it took about 4 days. It took a total of like 6 days after they got after they received my card. They essentially sent out the card almost I think the next day. You know, so it's pretty fast service. So I'll be able to test the ray tracing on the 2070 and the 2080 Ti. That ought to be nice, huh? Now what I'm doing, I'm using two separate cords here from the power supply. So my 2080 Ti, when I hooked it up with just one cord from the power supply to the 2080, it kept going black. So it wasn't until I took two separate lines from the power supply and connected them into the 2080. So I'm going to do that the same here so that we don't have that problem. Because I don't think there was enough power for some reason. So, you know, just in case you guys didn't know that. Use two separate power cords for each connector. Okay. So, yeah, it's about 1 inch shorter. So that's the card. I don't have things tied up very well here. So I wonder if I should fire it up. Should I go ahead and fire it up? See if the thing runs. Why not? Didn't take long to do everything, right? See, I don't know if it has any lighting here or not. I don't even know if it has plastic. Let me see. It does. I think it does. Let me see. Plastic here. I didn't even look at that to see if it has any plastic there. I don't want to catch fire. I think it does. Let's see. Yep, there it is. I have no nails. Yep, there, see? Plastic. So, there you go. I don't know, you can't see it. I don't know why it shows it so glary. It looks fine to me, but on the video it's like crazy. Alright, so now I need a keyboard. I need a mouse. This is just basically a test keyboard. Now I need a mouse. I don't know if I have one. A mouse and a battery. You might say, why do I use a Bally mouse? Well, because regular mice hurt my wrist. And I live and die by these ball mice. Because, you know, all I got to do is just to move around. All right, I think we're good. I think that's all we need. I mean, I could hook up the network. In case there needs to be driver updates. So it should be good. It's in, I think. Plugged in, I think. All right, let's try this. Oh, I need a power cord for the computer. Might help to have some power. Power. I've got the power. There we go. Hey, it glows. Blue. That's cool. Then you got the little Corsair up here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of far away. Okay, we got life. We got something going on here in the monitor. Which one is causing the problem? Let's put that behind. Get away. How's that? All right, so we do have, it is working. Oh boy. Sorry. I had to move the cord. Come on, focus. Focus, it's not focusing. Come on. My mouse is not working. I have to go into the unified drivers. Ah, here we go. There we go. Let's try it. I should have, there we go. Let's see. I got to go into the drivers. How do I get back to the... Oh, what happened? Logitech, unified drivers. Where is it? Should be here somewhere. There we go. It's not picking it up. Let's try this. Sometimes they don't pick up the thing for some reason. Come on. Come on. Wait, whoa. Oh, here we go. Hey, it worked. All right, good. All right, so my mouse is working. Oh, I should have plugged in my monitor over here. So you can kind of. Put that up there, maybe. Put it up there so you can see it, maybe. I don't know. Here. I don't know if you can even see that, really. Let's see. No, it's not really going to help, is it? I was going to see if we can do a quick 3D mark comparison. Let me go to my Steam real fast. I got 3D Mark installed, I think. Okay. There we go. 3D Mark. Let me see if I can. Let me see if it needs updates first. I don't know why it's not showing. Where is NVIDIA? Where are you? NVIDIA. Let's see if it needs drivers updates. So 2070, that's what I'm doing right now. Oh boy. I gotta log in again. Hold on. Incorrect. Don't you hate it when things interrupt you while you're in the middle of typing? Okay. What's up? So let me see if we need drivers updates. And it looks like we don't. I updated the latest drivers. Let's see what we got here. It's showing GeForce RTX 2070, i7 7820X with 32 gigs of RAM. So that's what we got. So we'll launch 3D Mark in 64-bit. And I'll just run a couple quickies, just so we can see what it does. I don't know why it's like so, why you can't see the screen. It's actually worse when you turn the light off. Very strange. Again, I don't know why it's not focusing. Don't understand that at all. Focus, focus, focus. All right, so what shall we do here? Let me see if I can log into my 3D Mark account ahead of time, so that it's already ready to go. That's not what I wanted. Okay, good. So it's all right. So it's already up. So what I'm focusing on here with this test is I think I ran 1 or 2 tests with my 1080 recently. So let's see what we got there. If it's on here, or maybe I didn't, or maybe it didn't save them all. All right, so here I did Time Spy Extreme with the 1080 on my 7820X and got a 3544 score. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to. My problem is my problem is space. I don't have enough space. And if I take my I mean, I have space, but this camera's on a mount, so it's not so simple to move around. Let me see. Let me see if I can turn this without messing things up. Let's see if I can do what Chris suggested. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like it wants to. Yeah, it's just too bright. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, well, whatever. Maybe when we run the test, it'll be better. I don't know if I can change the background. Probably not. Let me see if I can highlight it. Anyway, down here, I don't know if you could see that. You still can't see it. That's crazy that you can't see that. Anyway, I did Time Spy Extreme. It's got a 3554, so we'll do that first. And then we'll do Fire Strike. So again, maybe if I turn it sideways, it'll, stupid thing, never remind me. I don't know if you can see that better. So we'll do Time Spy Extreme, which is basically the 4K DirectX 12. And I think I have click on this. We don't want to run the demo. So we'll run it at the stock, whatever it is. And again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me shut the lights off and see what happens. No, still isn't really going to make it any better. No, it's just not. Just doesn't like it. It's too bright. There's too much contrast on the camera for some reason. And I can't really control that at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah, you can't really see it. Sucks. I don't even think if I bring it closer, you'll be able to see it. It's not working out too well. Anyway, this is at stock, no overclocking, so it's running at 25 frames per second, 26. Now I think this is running at 4K, so – 27 frames, 28 it says on the screen, but okay, the heater, I want it to show. I'm getting cooked. So again, it's running at 18 or 19 here, which is kind of normal. I mean, there isn't really, even my 2080 Ti at this point was actually giving it quite a problem. Or this thing was giving my 2080 Ti a problem too. So I don't really know what kind of like graphical things are going on in here that make it tough. But I don't think they make this easy for any card. Again, the focus. Doesn't want to focus. See, if I do depth, sometimes it'll try to focus, which is weird. Let me open up this window. Very hot. Now the fans are running right now, very quiet. Now you got to remember, this is my 7820X, not my 9900K, so it's not going to run nearly as good as the 9900K, although it is an 8-core processor still. Focus. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. Focus. So we'll see what the total score is compared to the 1080. But this looks like it's taking an awfully long time, to be honest with you. And I hope it doesn't say invalid score. That would suck. Invalid score. Oh no. So I got a 4090. I guess you can't see that. 4090. So, see, I don't want to unplug this camera either. It's going to end up unplugging. I don't know if you can. Isn't that weird? Like, I wish you could, like, darken it. Isn't that funny? Like, you can see it if I do that. That's weird, huh? So I have to change it in the NVIDIA control panel. I think I put a video up on this too of how to change this. So you go into the NVIDIA control panel, go to manage 3D settings, and then you go to where it says texture filtering, negative load bias, and change that to allow. So texture filtering, negative load bias in the manage 3D settings, and hit apply. All right. Now it said I have an invalid score, but it doesn't really change anything really. I don't know if you can see. No, you still can't see it. I don't understand that. Really weird. So if I go to the results online, probably won't let me do it. So here it says you're in 53% of all results. So it's not really the best score in the world. 4K gaming PC is 3365, 4090. And then if I look at my results here, let's see here, where is it? My results. So my 1080 before, like I said, where is it? Well, you got to go over here and click on Fire Strike. I don't know why it doesn't show it everywhere. So this card actually performs better. Where the heck is it? Why did it change? I don't understand. Time Spy? Was that Time Spy I ran? Okay, yeah, so Time Spy Extreme. 3554 I got with the GTX 1080. So now I have to run Fire Strike. And see what I can get there. So Fire Strike Ultra is 4K gaming with DirectX 11. So I have to see if I can beat my other scores with that. Now it shouldn't come up with the invalid score anymore since I changed that LOD setting. And again, this is not overclocked. I didn't overclock it. I didn't do anything. So it's just stock. And it's the black edition. So it's not like, you know, it's not a pre-overclocked version of the card. So, yeah. So I'll just end it after this one, and we'll see the comparison here. I'll see what the Fire Strike test comes up with. Yeah, it's a shame you can't see clear. So this is 3D Mark Advanced Edition. I guess you can't see that because it's blurry. I don't know why. I guess I just need to get a new camera. One that I can focus on the fly. Like this one, I can't focus on the fly. I don't think. Let me see. I don't want to mess it up. I'm afraid if I do anything, I'm going to screw it up. So maybe I won't mess with it right now. There is a way to like autofocus, but that's like before you actually do any recording. So this, it's pretty struggling here, like most of them do. I mean, I can try to do like a quick overclock, and we can see what kind of score we get. You know what I mean? The fans are running, so you can see you can't hear it. Now that microphone over here is near my other computer, so if anything, you're going to hear that over this. But it's not really that bad. I mean, you can feel the heat coming out. It's definitely working. So my 2080 Ti here usually gets 80 frames per second, 85. So right now it's about 65 for the 2070 here. Of course, I'll play some games later and do some recording or whatever, I think this processor, the 7820X that I have, is clocked up to, I think I have it set to like 4.3 turbo on all cores. So yeah, it's struggling here a little bit. I don't know why. I probably should have restarted the computer. And with the other card, I uninstalled and reinstalled the driver. So I don't know if that matters. And I should have restarted the computer so that it resets everything. So Fire Strike Ultra, I got a 5304, which you can't see. Yes, nope, you can't see. So let me see if I have, I don't know if I have the 1070. So Fire Strike Ultra, the first run was a 5304. And here it says better than 65%. Now, of course, that would be a lot higher if I was using my other computer system, of course. So 5304 here on the Fire Strike Ultra. So remember that 5304. So I'm going to go in here and look at Fire Strike Ultra. I don't know if I did the 1080 or not. Let me see. Okay, so. All right, so I got a 5304 on Fire Strike Ultra with the 2070, and with the 1080. Back in February, I got a 5402. So actually, the 1080 did better. But of course, the 1080 is overclocked. And then I had it overclocked. So, I don't know if that makes a big difference or not. And I might have had my 7820X overclocked more too. I don't remember. So let's try to overclock the card and see if we can get a better score. Let me see. Let me get on precision. Boy, I can't even like read that. It's so small. Oh, I had Steam running too. Let me shut. Oh wait. Oop, nope, can't do that. Ah, crap. I shut down the 3D Mark. All right, I got to restart 3D Mark. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, unless you like know what your system was when you did the benchmark to begin with. I mean, it's kind of like February was like what, 8 months ago. So I had this thing clocked up to 4.7 on all cores at one time. So I could have ran the test then. So let me overclock the video card. Let me shut down the 3D Mark, which I did. Let me go to the EVGA Precision if I have it installed. I think I do. Maybe not. All right, so basically you can just go online, download that real fast. EVGA. Products. Software. Overclocking Precision. Here we go. This is for Pascal. We want the, I think we got to get the Precision 1 or whatever it is. Let's see here. Where is it? I can have a hard time finding it all the time. Like they don't have it under here for some reason. I don't know why. They got the XOC, but I don't think that's the one. That's the GTX. Right, there it is. That's the one we want, the Precision X1. That I believe is for the. Well, it should be for the RTX cards. Yeah. So let's download that. I'm downloading the beta, so hopefully it works good enough. Then we're going to install that. We're going to put that on the SSD, I guess. What? Oh. All right, so here's the Precision 1 software. Right now the GPU is running at 49. Whoop, oh boy, it's restarting. I guess I have to restart it. Sorry. It wanted to restart. Oh, look at this. The card is changing colors. I didn't even notice that. It was blue, wasn't it? I'm not going crazy, am I? So I don't know if it's changing with my Corsair, because my Corsair is also green, which is kind of weird. So let's cannot reconnect all them. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so I got to get rid of this Asus. Because here the Asus, you can overclock it with the Asus software, but I don't want to use that. I think I need to uninstall that because I don't have the Asus card in here now. So I'm going to have to get rid of that. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Asus software. I hope I don't have to reinstall. That would suck. Asus GPU tweak. It's actually a pretty nice program. You can use it for, I think, all your cards. So it's definitely a good program. But I want to use the precision just to see like what, if I get any different options. Because it's an EVGA, app. So just want to make sure. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, again, this is the base model card. It's not the lowest model. The FE version would be, I think, less than this. But this is the black edition, the $529 card. I think it's like one step up from the $499 card. So it's not like, it's not like a beast coming out of the gates, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and start this up and see if we can overclock it a little bit and see if we can get a better score. So this is not very friendly, though, this program. I don't particularly like it too much. It's just not very friendly. Like I like the Asus tweak because you just say silent, gaming, overclock, and then you off to the side panel you can actually adjust all the speeds and settings on the fly. So this one, on the other hand, it has these dials too, but it's just kind of, I don't know, clunky. And then like here, you can see it's only showing 405 and 300 instead of like, regular stuff that we can understand. So right now it's running at 48 degrees Celsius. And I probably shouldn't have clicked that. So basically what you can do is just kind of, well, let's overclock this thing like 200 megahertz and see what happens. We'll see if it crashes. And I'll put it up like on 1 volt. And then we'll put up the RAM speed. I usually like doing half. It's very hard to, there we go, like half. And then we'll say apply. And then we'll see if the card crashes. So I usually let it sit for a couple seconds to let it kind of adjust all the speeds and stuff. So it looks like you can ramp up this power too, see? I'll keep it down to like 80 degrees max. And I'll just ramp that all the way up to 114. That way, in case it needs to use it. So let's go ahead and apply that and then see what happens. So we'll leave that down there. Let's go to GPU ID, GPU Z, and see if it's showing the, where is it now? All right, so let's see what it's showing here. They want us to update. What am I doing here? No, I don't like that. Where is it? Here it is. I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, watch what you click when you click download. That's for sure. Right. I don't know if I should be using that anyway. Come on. I'm on wired here. So we can probably see some temperatures here. and check out the clock speeds as soon as this very slow download goes. I'm not feeling too well today. I think I'm picking up a cold from my son. My son has been sick for like 3 days. And then my other son was sick before him. So I think it's finally hitting me now, and I'm not feeling very well. So, come on. Sorry, updating. You know how it is. All right, so, well, that was weird. All right, so let's see. It says, you probably can't see it. It's not really showing the adjustments. Yes.
I need a Band-Aid.
Why? What happened? So it's showing that the clock is up here and the clock is up there.
It's just a little.
All right, I'll be up. Just give me a few minutes. Just go back up. You'll be fine. That's nothing to worry about. Ian, go ahead, buddy. Go back upstairs, please. No, go. There's nothing to see. I know you like to be the star. So here it's not showing. I don't see the change in the. Speeds here. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm looking at. Maybe this one's a little different than the other one. I don't understand. Can't believe I don't have GPU ID. I have to have it. I always download it. There it is, GPU Z. There we go. All right, so here it's showing it. Okay, I know you can't see it probably. Well, you might be able to see this one. It's just freaking blurry. Ugh, drives me nuts. Come on. So this one's showing the base clock at 1599, and the default clock is only 1410, and the memory is 1750. So you can, and the boost is normally 1620. So right now I got the boost up to 1809, and the memory at 1773. So the boost is up almost 200 megahertz. So we'll see if that changes the test results or not. So let's go ahead and run 3D Mark again. Let me shut down some of this junk here. That looks like everything's good. All right, so we were gonna do Fire Strike Ultra, I think. So let's see if this helped or not. I might need to turn up the memory too. I didn't really have that. Yeah, I'll try not to cough on you, Chris. Excuse me. I'll try not to sneeze on you too. Yeah, so the reason, again, why I'm doing this camera thing like this is because it's the first time. I didn't know you could do like a direct camera feed from YouTube or not. And I just found that out. I usually always use my desktop. So, yeah. So it's in the 30s here, upper 20s, low 30s, hovering around 30ish. So I think it is a little bit faster, but not much. Again, I might have to do some more tweaking with the card. I'm quite impressed, though, that people clock this thing up to nearly a 1080 Ti performance. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know if they use water cooling or something. I don't know. They probably did. Wow. Yeah, it's still running pretty sluggish here on this one. Yeah, I don't see much of a difference here. I might end up clocking up my CPU, though, on this computer because you can definitely crank up the 7820X to like 4.7 easily, for sure. So yeah, it's still about the same, 65, 67, 65, 63. I mean, it's I don't see any difference here in the frame rates. I don't know if that EVGA precision software works very well. I don't know. It just doesn't. Even on my other computer, I just didn't get the same results. That ASUS tweaking tool was very good. It seems like it works. It's accurate. I mean, like everything I change, it shows up in the GPU-Z and even the benchmarks and stuff. So, yeah, see, this is not... yeah, it's not... it doesn't seem to be wanting to climb any higher than it was before. So 5779. So I don't, let's see. Is that? I guess that's better. Let's check. Fire Strike Ultra. So it's at 69% tile. So I'm higher than a 4K gaming PC here at 5552. So I'm at 5779. Let's check out the other results. So 5779 with Fire Strike Ultra. So I don't know if you can see. You can't see. That sucks. And I can't believe you guys that this camera is not showing. Kind of gets me upset. You can't even see that. Let's see. Come on. Show it. Yeah, it's just that white just totally like washes it out. Anyway, so I don't know if even zooming in is going to help. I wish I could change the background color. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Because I don't like this background here. It doesn't look like you can... I don't know if I should be showing it. Nah, it doesn't look like you can change the background. Well, anyway, I'm 400 and 470 points better. Not bad, I guess. That's a pretty good jump, I think, just from overclocking it a little bit. So 470-ish points. Now my 1080 was, let's see here, Firestrike Ultra, 5779. Let's see. It's not showing it again. Where is it? Where the heck is it? It disappeared. There it is. So, right. So it's 470 points better now than the 1080 in the Firestrike Ultra. So there you go. Shall we run Time Spy again? Time Spy Extreme and see if we can beat our score. Which was what, 40? What was the previous score? The last score was, oh, they're not going to show it. Because I didn't save it. Let me see here. I don't think, is it going to show it? Oh, 490 was the previous score, I guess. So let's go ahead and run that, and then I guess I'll end off the, let's see if we can beat that score with this slight overclock. So it's better than a 1080 for sure. 100%. So an RTX 2070 is better than a GTX 1080. So that's still pretty impressive. You know, it's supposed to be competing with the GTX 1070 technically. You know, forget about the price. That doesn't mean anything. Because you got the AI cores on there, the Tensor cores, the RTX cores, you know, the DLSS and all that crap. So they're not going to make the card cheaper, adding more features. I mean, that's just kind of dumb that people even think that that's going to happen. You know, that's like when you go buy a car, right? You buy a car, and you're like, I want the base model. And they go, oh, base model, $30,000. Well, that's too basic for me. How much is it to get the, you know, the package, you know? And they say, well, it'll cost you $6,000 more to get the package. And that doesn't include, like, you know, the nice rims and all that stuff. You know, if you're going to get the whole 9 yards, then you'll pay an extra 10 grand, you know? You know, nobody has a problem with paying $30,000 and $40,000 for a car that they're going to trade in 5, 6, 7, 8 years, or even just like junk. You know what I mean? But they'll cry and whine over a card going, oh my God, my graphics card, I got to spend $700. No! No! I mean, really? Strange. Even a TV, you spend $500-$600 on just a basic 4K television. You know, that's not even a top model. You're going to spend like $1,000 or more easily. And I think that a video card is much more complicated than a TV, or even a computer monitor, for that fact. So.
It hurts, Daddy.
Yes, I'll be right there. I'm almost done.
Oh.
Well, they see you there a little bit. There's my son, Jaden. No, it's over here, Jay. The camera's over here. Right here. Stay in here. They can see it, I think. Yeah, there you go. You can say hi.
Hi.
No, not there. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Say hi, Paper Clown.
Hi, people.
Okay, I got the whole gang in here now. Don't touch anything, please. All right, shh. Don't scream. 'Cause the mic picks it up loudly.
Why? I want to watch that.
Well, you can't. I can't really. Why don't you go wipe Ian's nose for me, please?
And then can I watch it?
Maybe. Guys, please. I'm almost done. Paper Clown asked the question, what's this about a video copyright strike? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I got a copyright strike from Jacksepticeye, from his team or whatever, his media team. I thought that was pretty funny. For a benchmark that I did like 2 years ago. My benchmark on my computer. Guys, no, you got to leave. You got to go, because if you hit something, it's going to cut off. Please. Okay? Shut the door, please. Thank you. So, yeah, so I don't know. I just went and disputed it, basically saying that I didn't steal anybody's video, and it's my video card that I was testing, and the video I made on my own computer, just like I'm doing now. So kind of weird, huh? I don't believe I ever had that happen before. All right, I said no more. I said no more. Go upstairs. Yeah, so, yeah, you know. I've gotten copyright strikes for audio stuff, you know, that, you know, wasn't really something I thought I should have got struck by copyright for, but whatever. Do what you got to do. Yeah, I got 2 boys and a girl. And I have a grown boy and a grown girl. They're in their late 20s. So yeah, we'll see what this score is. See, this part of the score here is the CPU, so it's not going to be high from that because I don't have the CPU clocked up. And the 7820X is more of a server chip, or more of a like a workstation kind of a chip. So I don't know how it works with physics and stuff. Well, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it. I got a 1404. Oh, excuse me, 4,404. I'm in the 66%, better than 66% of all results, which you can't see. Let me see what we compare it to. 4404. So let's check out that one. Time Spy Extreme. So, again, down here, which you can't see. It doesn't look like they're just not going to help me here with this. No matter what I do, it's not going to show. Anyway. Yeah. So, 4404. And my other score here, which you can't see, was 4,090. So again, the overclocking did something. So I got about 400 points higher compared to my last 2070 score. So overclocking does help. You know, how much frames it's going to help, I'm not sure. I just don't have that much detail. But it didn't crash, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so I think that's all I'll do for now because you can't even see the screen. It's kind of stupid. I mean, I do have Furmark, but that's not really something that's going to work. What about Unigine? Where's Unigine? Should I do the Unigine? The same video that I got, the same benchmark that I got the copyright hit on? I don't know if I have Unigine on here. Superposition it's called now or something. Oh, here it is, Unigine right here. Valley, that's the one that I got the copyright hit on, the Valley benchmark. And again, for some reason, you just can't see very well. Wow, it's really small. So, I don't know. I think my resolution is not correct here. Oh, the resolution is up to 4K. No wonder. That's ridiculous. Wow. All right, let me restart Unigine then. Yeah, now it's there we go. That's a little bigger. Still can't see it too well though, can you? Yeah, it's gonna adjust the lighting. I don't know why it does that. I don't want it to do that. So here we got DirectX 11 custom preset. We'll do Extreme HD. How's that? Now this will only do 1080p, unfortunately, because that's the only monitor I have. So I'm going to do the Extreme HD. And let me uncheck that. 8 times anti-aliasing. Quality is on Ultra. I could do 1440. Let's do 2560 by 1440 and see what happens. Let's see what kind of score we get, and then I'll end it here after this one. But this one just. So it's running at 60 frames per second, and it looks like it's locked. I don't know why they lock it. That's stupid. They locked it at 60 frames per second. So it's running a steady 60 frames per second on 1440. And this is DirectX 11 because that's all this goes up to. Yeah, I wonder if I have to do something to get it off 60 frames per second. I don't think this is not the benchmark. Oh, because this is not the benchmark right now. This is the benchmark. I forgot it does the demo first. I don't know why. So it still looks like it's locked at 60 frames per second. I mean, it's at 59.5.6, but I mean, that's 60. I mean, it's showing up here 60, so. So I think I got to see if there's a way to unlock that or not. I don't know if that, it says here max frame rate 67.7. So it's showing, it's actually showing a higher frame rate here. So that's kind of interesting. And every time it drops, it's when it's switching the scenes. So I think it's just loading. It's smooth here, but it doesn't look smooth on the screen, on the TV, on the camera. That's weird. It's definitely smooth here on this monitor. It's not jaggedy at all. I don't know what's going on there. If that might be the camera, because it doesn't have. This is only 30 frames per second, whereas this is much higher. So I think that's why it looks choppy through the video. Temperature is 59 degrees. That's after the 14th scene out of 18. Now it's down to, well, now it's up to 60. Now it's down. So it's hovering around 58 to 60 degrees. I mean, it's running smooth. It's not choppy at all. Like, there's no choppiness. I don't notice any delay or anything. So I don't know if you can see that. Of course you can't. So the score here is average 59.5 frames per second. It's here it's showing 1920 by 1080, but I didn't have it set to that. The score is 2490. So, yeah, I guess you can't see that, unfortunately. Nope, can't see it. I don't know what's going on. I had it set here on 2560 by 1440, so I don't know why. They don't make things very easy to understand, do they? Let me do Sanctuary then, real quick. Now that I kind of... It was still using the system. Which one is Heaven? Heaven. Yeah, let's do Heaven. Quality, Ultra, Tessellation, Extreme, Anti-aliasing, we're going to put on 8 times. We're going to do 2560 by 1440. 2560 by 1440. Everything on Ultra, Extreme, even anti-aliasing is up to 8 times at 1440, which is pretty high still. So let's go ahead and run that and see what happens. We'll see what kind of frames we get. Again, I think it's going to lock it, though. I think it's locked at 60 frames. Oh, no, this is up high. Look at that. So here, the frames are in the upper 80s, lower 90s. Not bad, huh? So that's at 1440. So right now, it's running at 100 frames per second, 110, 115, 120. Not bad at all. And this is with tessellation turned all the way up, too. And again, it's smooth on here, but not smooth on the camera. We'll see what kind of frames we get at the end of this. Right now, the minimum frames is at 70. Maximum 229. Well, these videos, I can't believe the video's been on for an hour and 42 minutes. I know people say that my videos are too long at times, but, you know, when I'm sitting here doing all this, time goes by like that. Boom. You know? It doesn't even seem like that long went by to me. So now here it says minimum was 33.7. I don't know where that kicked in. But I'm still running at 113 frames per second. So that was probably just an anomaly. Because I've been over 100 frames per second the whole time. So I really don't think you're going to see much stuttering at that speed, you know what I mean? Now the video card temperature is up to, it's like bouncing back and forth from like 70 to 73 degrees Celsius, which is, you know, that's still definitely within very nice numbers when you're running at load, you know. And it's not really going above that, it seems. Now the fans are definitely kicking in a little faster, but they're still not noisy. Yeah, so it seems to be kind of settling it out now around 72, 73 degrees Celsius. So that's not bad at all. So my max frames is 248. And I'm still running steadily at about 118 frames per second. So that's not bad. I went through 29, almost 30,000 frames. So right now I'm running at about a 122. Alrighty, so they're saying I'm averaging 122.4 frames per second. And again, it still says 1920 by 1080. I don't understand that. Even though I changed it. Crazy. I don't get that. Score is 3082. So, and you can't see it, I guess, either. That's a bummer. Yeah, so there you go. So I don't really understand. So here you can change it. I did change it. I'll turn on VSync. So now it's on 1440. I don't understand why it didn't go on 1440 before. Okay. Oh, I think I got to change my desktop. I got to change it back to 1440. Anyway, all right. Well, that's good enough, I think, for now. So the card's boosted at 1809, memory's at 1773. So I could probably play around with that some more. So I can't wait to play Battlefield 5 and see what kind of results I get. Anyway, if you stuck around this long with the video, thank you very much. RTX 2070. I wasn't really planning on doing all that. I was just going to show what I was showing in the beginning. But anyway, love you guys. Take care. Thanks for checking out the video. So long. Bye. Let's show you the thing again. EVGA Black Edition 2070.